took them about 3 hours to get me unloaded here at Ankeny. Oh, get the hiccups. Send my messages here and hop on up to Galt, Iowa. I know there's probably somebody just happened to watch the video and know what how that town's pronounced, or laughing at me, but oh. Anyhow, everything came off the trailer good here, so just send out this message and head on down the road and get rid of these hiccups. I think I've seen it all. 10 years experience, I've seen it all. I've done it all. So I get into this place. My trailer is clean inside. It really doesn't need a washout. I get here. First of all, there's a vacuum cleaner going off in the hallway, and I'm speaking through a hole this big, and she just keeps talking like I can hear her. Never said a word to me where I could hear her. She just pointed to the sign. It says I have to have an exterior washout receipt, not an interior washout receipt, where all the food goes on the inside. I got to get a washout receipt for the outside of the trailer, which would be fine and dandy if it was July, because there's a washout 5 miles down the road, but they wash out outside of a building, which means they don't operate in the wintertime. They can't do it. So I gotta go 40 miles, 40 south, just to see if this place will do the wash off. I have to say it that way because I'm so used to saying wash out, because you usually wash the interior of the trailer. They don't answer their phone, so I don't know if they're even open or if they can get me in today. Don't know. I tried calling, no answer. If they're not available, the next closest one, 77 miles to Altoona, Iowa. Basically south of where I left from. Can't get a hold of my dispatch to see if they have any solutions for me, because they don't ever answer their phone. Spent 15 minutes on hold. Called once for 5 minutes, hung up because I got tired of waiting. Called a few people, see if I could find something. The closest thing around here, they can't wash out. They said Ellisworth, Iowa, hurricane washout. Called them, they don't answer. Called them 4 times, no answer. I have 2 hours left on my clock. I wanted to get loaded and get those 2 hours down the road. Now the best I can do is get loaded and find somewhere to park. If I can get washed out today. If I got to go all the way to Altoona, I don't have enough time to make it back. Never in my career have I heard of that. I got to get the trailer washed off. By the way, it's not dirty. This trailer hasn't been driven in the winter yet this year. The most winter it's seen is today. See that trailer? It's good enough. It's not filthy. It's no dirtier than it'll be when I get back here after getting it washed off, because I'm going to drive right up these salted roads to get back here with a freaking piece of paper that says it's been washed off. Blew my mind. Never heard any crap like that. By the way, never heard that woman's voice. She just refused to, ask the lady, the maintenance lady, maybe turn your freaking vacuum cleaner off while there's a driver here. She just pointed to the sign. I would have asked her, hey, can you at least look at it first and make sure it needs to be washed? But no, I couldn't speak to her because she had her vacuum cleaner running. I'm not going to get mad. I'm just going to go do what I need to do. But boy, it's always something, man. Always something. $80. $80. I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything, but you tell me what just happened. This fella over here, and I can see it. That truck. They've been doing some weird stuff. Like, they were in this line originally, backed up, left completely, come back, got in this line, sat there for 10 minutes, backed up, got back in this line, sat there for 10 minutes. Now they're back in that line. Fella in the passenger seat gets out, he goes into the man door here, comes back out, sits in the truck for a while, he gets up, he walks around this corner here, right there. Comes out, something balled up in his hand, shoves it in his jacket pocket, goes and sits back in his truck. What do you think he did? I know what he did. What do you think he did? Did I mention that there was another guy back there for no reason, out of nowhere? I maybe left that detail out. Finally got it done getting washed off. It's still weird to say that. I don't have time to go pick up the load now. Can't get a hold of my dispatcher. I'm enjoying this miracle of modern society, though. It's a cup of fruit. Just thinking about how bizarre it is that I can have a cup of like fairly fresh fruit in January in Iowa. Grapes and cantaloupe and pineapple. You know how far this had to go to get to a Come and Go in Ellsworth, Iowa in January and be fresh? Juicy. It's a miracle. Our ancestors would think it was witchcraft. This is the side of my personality where everything has gone wrong, and I've had just like the worst day. So I just decided to say, I don't care, whatever. I'm gonna enjoy my cup of fruit. Yep. I'm gonna enjoy my cup of fruit. Go watch some TV. Pet my puppy's belly. Go to bed. Yep, that's the plan. As for what I'm going to do about this load yet, I guess the plan is try to go pick it up tomorrow morning. Get it down as far south as I can. Unless they just put me on a different load. And I don't know anything about that because I can't get a hold of my dispatchers. I've had to call that woman like 7 times today, and I only spoke to her once, and that was after someone else picked up the phone and like forced her to answer. It's been a day, but I got my taxes paid today thanks to my wife. Not that that's a fun part of the day, that's actually an extra stress. I think she said I paid $3,200. I kind of miss the bliss of a paycheck, right? When a company just pays you and takes all that stuff out. And you see that, you know, $200-300 a check coming out, and you're like, wow, that's a lot of money. But it doesn't really click in your head until like the end of the year, and you look at it and you're like, wow, it's a lot of money. But now I have to physically make effort and send money to the IRS. Not a fan of that. I miss the bliss. Miss the oblivion. Anyway. Bye. Or good night. Or something. It's the next morning. I'm gonna go up there and try to pick up this load again today. I tried to get up this morning at 6:30, and I just couldn't pry myself out of bed. And part of it was because I didn't have any incentive, because the moment I couldn't go pick up that load yesterday, my company gave me something called a service failure. What that means is I'm not going to get my full paycheck this week. So for the rest of the week, I got no incentive to do a damn thing except for what I feel like doing. I got a service failure because they asked for something unreasonable. They asked me to go get a freaking trailer wash off. I was there to pick up my load at 11 o'clock yesterday morning with 4 hours on my clock. If they wanted to wash out, I could have went 5 miles down the road and got a washout. But no, they wanted my trailer washed off, which is something that I've never in my career dealt with. And I had to go 40 miles out of my way to get the trailer washed off, because that was the only facility in the surrounding area that was capable of doing so. So that's what I did. And by the time I got it washed off, I was out of time. My company gave me a service failure for that. So now I only get the miles that I drove this week. So I've got no incentive to hurry. I've got no incentive to get out of bed. None whatsoever. You want to jack with me, I jack with you. That's the way I see it. Really though, I just couldn't get out of bed this morning. I tried. 6:30, I set my alarm. Set up, started my clock even, just got dressed, and then I just couldn't make myself go because I was just too tired. I don't know why. I should have got plenty of sleep last night, but just woke up drowsy this morning. Couldn't wake up. You know, I guess I could have just stuck the thing in gear and went, and that's how you end up in the ditch somewhere. So I just had to sit here until I finally felt like I was awake enough to go. So that's what I did. I'm gonna get this thing picked up. I'm gonna try to get it down to Clarksville before the deadline here today, which it doesn't even matter for me because they've already service failed me. So why do I care? Explanation I got, since you didn't have a vacuum cleaner running today. Reason they needed the exterior washed out on this trailer. Bird flu. You heard that right. Not sure how backing this truck up to a dock door helps spread bird flu. Because I'm picking up eggs, by the way. Not picking up live birds, picking up eggs. Oh well, I'm just trying not to be super pissed off about the whole situation. It just cost me a day and money and time and whatever over nonsense. You're gonna have me wash the exterior of my trailer so I can back up against an exterior dock for the bird flu? What sense does that make? How does that compute? Not to mention, they're gonna have me drive through their little sanitation bay before I go over there down the street here and back up to a dock. The sanitation bay, by the way, that has all the nozzles are all froze up. It's not going to do anything, but whatever. And I just had the thing washed out. What was the point of having me wash it out if you have a sanitation bay? They're not washed out. They don't care about the inside, by the way. I have a wash out receipt too. They don't care about the inside of the trailer. They didn't ask me for a wash out receipt. I did get it washed out because I wasn't going to take the chance that I get here and they wouldn't take the trailer anyway. So, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the people. The fact that I didn't have that information, you would think would kind of cover my butt that I got here with plenty of time to pick up the load and even get some down the road, and then I had to go an hour out of my way to go get a wash off. But no, that doesn't cover my butt at all. I'm still going to lose money this week because of it. They didn't get me loaded until almost 10. I went down to truck stop, scaled it, and got some breakfast here. Like 9.5 hour drive. I was doing the math. I probably could have delivered this thing on time. But they took my incentive away, which means they're not going to pay me what I'm owed this week. So So why should I do them any favors? They took it away for stuff I couldn't control. Who expects them to make you wash your outside of the trailer? That's not a thing. It's not a thing in the trucking industry. Not for reefers and stuff. I've done it for 10 years, never heard of that. Couldn't have been prepared for that. I got there on time, ready to pick up my load, and they want something unreasonable. And they're going to punish me for it? Why should I get up early and go get anything done special for them? So now, it'll get there when it gets there. If you don't want stuff like that to happen, maybe don't punish your drivers for stuff they can't control. Maybe. Leave it to dispatchers to do silly stuff. They relayed this load. They told me to come to the yard in Kansas City. She's out of time. She had to stop at the Flying J in Peculiar, which is just south of Kansas City. On the other side, I just drove to the opposite side of Kansas City for no reason. We could have just as easily met at the Flying J in Peculiar. So I called her, and she let me know she has to sit for like 3 hours before she gets time back. And I was like, well, I can just meet you there. I don't know why they sent me here if you're there. It's like, I'll be there in like 45 minutes. She's like, oh, okay, that works. I was like, yeah, leave it to dispatchers to do silly stuff. Got the relay done. I thought about asking the relay driver if I could film them and stuff, and this seems kind of weird to do that. It'd be one thing if I had a following on here or something, and I could be like, yeah, you know, I got a YouTube channel, you know, and say hi to my YouTube channel. But I mean, I got 50 subscribers, which I'm thankful for, but not so sure I'm willing to just tell people, yeah, I'm a trucking YouTuber yet, if ever. But stupid thing. I got this thing relayed. I was gonna just get this thing down there tonight, and then I was looking over the load. It really doesn't make sense. I'm gonna take a 10 here, and that way I can roll this, 2 o'clock in the morning, go get this thing washed out in Joplin, grab my load and go to Oklahoma City and park and wait. It's about 3.5 hours down to Springdale from here. So it'll take me about 4 hours with the washout and a fuel stop. Maybe a little more than that. So I can be there by, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then it's 3.5, 4 hour drive to Oklahoma City. So that's 6, 7, 8, and 10, and my appointment's at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So I can get to Oklahoma City, park for like an 8-hour break, waiting for them to be able to take me, pull into Nash Finch at 7:30 at night, and then that other stop delivers Thursday night in Oklahoma City. And the reason they have it 24 hours in between is because AWG only and Nash Finch only receive at night, and they both take forever. So we couldn't have both appointments in the same night because it could take 6 hours to get unloaded at Nash Finch, or vice versa. So you get one night, sit there another whole day, another delivery the next night. I believe they're gonna have that be my last load for this trip out, because I'm due home this Friday, and it's gonna be Thursday night when I'm done with this. So they'll probably just have me either just go straight home from there, or maybe take this empty trailer the next empty trailer back to Springdale and then home, whatever. We'll see. I don't see me driving past my house to go to Springdale to turn around and come back. It's just a waste of fuel, and it's nonsensical. So if they send me home, I'll just go home, and if they get mad, they get mad. But that's it for this video. I'm gonna edit it, and maybe I'll edit it tonight. I'm not real sure. I don't really feel like jacking with it, so I probably won't. But get this dog fed, get myself fed, try to get some sleep, and go hit this again in the morning. Early in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning. Do not understand the need to open your door in these modern trucks. I get it in those old long nose things. They're hard to see out of when you're backing up, but these modern trucks are not hard to see out of on the sight side. This guy's having a little trouble. Maybe I ought to go help him out. Good? Need help? Yeah, I'll see what it looks like on the other side. Yeah, that's real close, brother. Roll down. You got lots of room over here. I feel like you come this way first. No, I think you're alright. If you pull up to your left, you'll get around it, man. You're good. You got like 8 inches. Yeah. There you go. Hey, brother. I pull up this way a little bit, and that way to straighten it out a little bit. Just a little bit. Whoa, stop. There you go. Now you can kind of round her in there a bit. Turn to the left. Back to your right. Let me check the other side for you. You're good, brother. No problem, bud. I hear you. You got all the room on in the world on the other side. You have a good night. At least he didn't get mad. I asked him if he needed help. He said, yeah. But cool, I'll come help you. Oh. I don't know how much of that I got on my phone or recorded. I don't want to like shove a camera in his face like, look, you suck.